That's good news.
So it's pretty much gonna be the same timeline as the
Well,
other guy
I'm
estimated.
not sure it's good or bad.
Well,
It doesn't actually give a date.
well,
No, in the first quarter, that tells me
what I usually
March.
tell people about contracts is that if they can start tomorrow,
Yeah.
Okay, Margaret is Sarah's Peter gonna be joining us too?
You're muted.
Sorry, he's expected. I haven't yet heard from him today. I know he's coming back from traveling. So I can shoot him a quick text and see if he's planning to join us.
Okay.
That clock is faster than my watch.
5:58.
Calling the meeting to order at 6 PM. Please rise as you are able and join us in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just one addition to the section for new business, Wiscasset Community Center donation acceptance. So that'll be 10D. Assuming that's okay with everyone. All right,
Unless you don't want money.
all right, moving right along to payroll warrants, October 20th, FY 24, and October 27th, and November 3rd, FY 24, open for motion.
Move to approve payroll warrants October 20, FY 24, October 27, FY 24, and November 3, FY 24.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Accounts payable warrants for October 24th, FY 24, October 31st, FY 24, and November 7th, FY 24. Open for motion.
Move to approve accounts payable warrants for October 24, FY 24, and October 31, FY 24, and November 7, FY 24.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Number 3, approval of the minutes for October 17th, 2023. Did I hear we have an edit? Bob?
One more time, Bob.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Under public hearings, Bob Maloney closed the public hearing. Any others? Okay, open for a motion.
Move to approve as amended.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. We do not have any presentation of the awards, committee appointments, Wiscasset Climate Action Team, Deborah Morgan, open for motion.
I move to approve appointing Deborah Morgan to the Wiscasset Climate Action Team.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Do not have any public hearings. Do we have any public comment on anything that is not on the agenda, either in the room or online? Susan Blagden, online. Oh, Susan, you'll need to unmute yourself.
Hold your space bar down.
There you go.
I just wondered why the agenda was not available on the website. See, it's a different subject.
I guess I didn't know that it wasn't.
I didn't either.
Well,
Sorry about that. I will speak to the young lady that handles that in the mornings. And make sure she does a better job.
okay, thank you. Just curious. You'll hear from me later in the meeting.
All right, anyone else? Going once, going twice. All right. Don't have any department head or committee chair or unfinished business. Moving on to new business. Chief Heseltine is requesting approval to accept main highway safety grants in the amount of $21,452.27. Open for motion.
I move to approve the request to accept main highway safety grants in the amount of $21,452.27.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Walnut Block discussion, so this is back on, because, we originally said we'd try to check in at every meeting about this, so, they originally had sent us an update that the work would, on the masonry in the front would commence in February, and then we got another, update today. And I'll just read a couple sentences for folks, and this is from Sandra Guay, says, it's my understanding that one of these contractors is in the process of providing a timeline for start and completion, which should be ready in the next week or so. A rough estimate at this time is 6 to 8 weeks to complete the masonry once work begins, moving the timeline goal for completion from mid-November to sometime during the first quarter of 2024. I will update you as soon as I have more specific timeline. So, that's where we're at as of right now.
One more Christmas season with the wreck down there downtown, and then we will have
Yeah.
our Dickensian Village.
Susan? Oh, you just muted yourself.
I had understood that they couldn't do the masonry during the winter, so how are they going to complete it in the first quarter, which goes through March? And the other thing I'd like to bring up or ask, several months ago, the board went, as I understand it, to consult with our town attorneys. And the town attorneys, I gather from the newspaper and reports, the town attorneys suggested a course of action. The selectmen then said they would not take any action. This was back in October. And my only question is, if we are hiring attorneys at large fees, why aren't we taking their advice? This is not a cheap way to go, and it all comes out of the citizens' pockets with tax monies that maybe could be spent otherwise. But certainly if you hire a professional, seems to me you should do what they tell you to. Just ask them.
Did you want me to answer that?
Yeah.
I don't think the attorney told them to do, he offered them some advice, that they could take, and all he has done so far, he met with Bill and I, and we drafted a letter that could be sent to, Mr. Deering, just saying that if he doesn't complete this project within a certain timeline, we'll take him to court. And we all know that the court is gonna take probably longer than the timeline that they had been giving us, even though they keep kicking it down the road. I'm beginning to wonder if that's gonna be the case, but we have land use violations that are in court right now that have been there for 2 years. And this one certainly will not get there any sooner.
And I don't honestly know the answer to your first question about masonry in February.
It can be done.
It can be done. They have to add some things to the mortar when they put it up. But it's also my understanding that they can top it off and heat it while they're doing it, so. But these gentlemen seem to know more about it than I do.
Did it for 40 years. Just heat it, hire a different company.
One other question is that the building now seems to be open to the weather in various places.
I'm surprised.
I guess my question, as it's been for the last year and a half, is why can't we do something about this? Or alternatively, why don't we do something about this? Thank you for your time.
Unfortunately, we really don't have a lot of options. That's the biggest problem. Mostly because of what Dennis just said in terms of we can take them to court and that's not gonna speed up the process. It's just gonna cost the town money. So.
Sorry, having the town in this state of disarray is costing us money too.
I'm not exactly sure how. I mean, we don't own the property, we don't rent the property, so we're not losing any income from it. If there are people who don't stop because of it, well, that might be the case, but I don't have any data to suggest that that is the case.
A new ordinance would not let us.
So the letter is drafted, and I think I've sent it to you guys already, that does use the new ordinance, but we still have to go to court in order to get it enforced.
We can't just assess a fine
We
as a
still need a
town.
court to, if they don't pay it, we still need a court to enforce it.
Or we could embarrass them on the front page.
Well, I think you would probably be pretty embarrassed by the whole situation now, but I don't know if he is. I mean, I know I would be, but I'm not Ralph Daring either, so.
Alright, so unless we want to send the letter, my suggestion is to just keep this coming back for each of the meeting to check in each time to see if there's more information or if we're going backwards or forwards.
You know, I would favor a letter that expresses our great displeasure. And I think just remaining silent is, very permissive, and I'm not for that. I don't know.
I mean,
I think we could take issue with them about not being able to do it in the winter.
they haven't said that, have they?
Yeah, I just saw that. But they told us it couldn't be done in the winter.
Well, I think these gentlemen in the audience indicated that it might not be feasible to do it in the winter, but that's not what this says.
No,
I know out in Chicago, they do it in the winter. They have to add,
They
But
build
additives
everything in the
to-
winter now.
pardon?
It's money. It's just costs money to build it in the winter.
But that's not our problem.
No, he's not gonna spend the money.
I mean, I'll draft whatever letter you guys want me to draft and send it to you for approval.
Okay, that's fine. I don't feel like we've been silent. It's been in the paper, our discussions that we're not happy.
I hope it's in the paper again, and I hope they put a good headline on it. Thank you.
You got that, Charlotte? Good headline.
Hmm,
bold print.
Bold, very bold.
Okay, so do we want Dennis to draft a letter?
Top of the fold.
Do we want Dennis to draft a letter?
I would like that. Just to go on record. We have been on record in the newspaper, but
I don't have a problem with that.
I don't,
we don't need a lawyer to draft the letter. I think
No.
Dennis can do
No.
it just fine.
I can get nasty.
Oh, good. Good.
Okay.
Okay. Susan
I don't think
Flagler will
that
probably help you do that.
I don't think it takes a motion to have that.
No,
No.
You just take that on. Yeah, I'm fairly ambivalent, whether the letter goes out or not. I don't think it's gonna accomplish anything, but it doesn't hurt to send something, just the same.
Alright, 10C Sunken Garden donation, open for motion.
I move to accept a $10,000 donation from the Garden Club of Wiscasset for rebuilding the brick walkway at the Sunken Gardens. Any remaining funds shall be placed in a donation fund for the future needs in the Sunken Garden.
I had a question about that. I will second.
Thank you.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Wiscasset Community Center donation.
So we added this to the agenda tonight because Dwayne was anxious to kind of spend this money. This is an anonymous $25,000 donation. And it was made to the community center for some specific projects. Amongst those are to replace all of the event chairs and tables that are there, and Dwayne has found some disc golf equipment that he has set aside waiting for the funding for, so some of that money will go for that. This will be set aside in our accounting as a donation and not part of his revenue. That way he can spend it on these specific things, otherwise it goes into his revenue and those things come out of his budget and we can't handle that, so
Right.
we will segregate these funds so that he can use them for these specific purpose.
Does there need to be any oversight over the spending of these funds?
Oh, yeah, I'll keep
Okay. All right,
That's just great.
I think it's wonderful. I move to accept the donation of $25,000 for the Wiscasset Community Center.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0.
And thank you very much to the donor.
Yeah.
All right, assessor's business. Abatement for Clark's Point Development Map R05 lot 126D regarding account number 2647 for $1,863.24. Open for motion.
Move to approve the tax abatement for Clark's Point Development, map R05, lot 126-D, regarding RE, account number 2647 for $1,863.24.
Second,
Been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. When I read that out, can she just say so moved?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, good. Well, I thought, since these were those wonderful little detailed things.
And here's a dumb question. Is the RE real estate or
It's
regarding
reference.
reference?
Is it truly?
It
Okay,
says it
different-
says it on your tax bill.
Oh, you know what, I think it is real estate.
It's real
Yeah,
estate,
It's
yeah.
real estate.
Okay.
That's why it's your,
Thanks.
Because
Just wanted
it
to
would
get
be
it
real
right.
estate or
Real
property
estate,
property
yeah,
tax.
it's real estate account number.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, supplement for RHI Clark's Point LLC, map R05, lot 126D, real estate account number 2647 for $1,863.24.
Move to approve.
second,
And moved and seconded, any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Abatement for,
Isn't B the same as A? Oh, no, I'm sorry, one supplement, one's abatement.
C, abatement for village car PP account number 23 for $272.50.
move to approve,
Second.
Been moved and seconded, any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Abatement for Fowl Hill Builders LLC, PP account, what does that stand for?
yeah.
Personal property.
Account number 206 for $255.71.
Move to approve.
Second,
Been moved and seconded, any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Abatement for Frank G. Allen Jr., 18 Sunset Ridge, map R02, lot 10-C-ON, real estate account number 2678 for $112.51.
move to approve,
Second.
Been moved and seconded, any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Supplement for Frederick H. and Linda Z. Winterberg, 25 Pleasant Street, map U1, lot 16, real estate account number 1254 for $3,000.
Move to approve.
second,
And moved and seconded, any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Town managers report, anything you wanna add, Dennis?
Yep, so with us tonight is, Aaron Groskowski. I'll get it, I will. It took me a long time to get that Palavarsic down, so I can get this.
I think so.
I'm pleased to announce that Aaron has been hired as the town's new economic development director, starting on Monday. He will be our full-time in-house person to help bring some business and some families and help move the town in the right direction. Aaron's got a lot of municipal experience that he's bringing here with us. And I think we're all pretty excited to have him here. He can kind of introduce himself.
Sure. I'm really excited about this opportunity. When I started out into local government almost 20 years ago, I started out as a manager actually about 25 years ago. I was 25 years old in a small town, Shaftesbury, Vermont, and when you're managing small towns, you end up wearing a lot of different hats, and I was able to do a lot of economic development. But when I started out in local government, that's what really attracted me to local government, and improving the quality of life of citizens and things like that. And so when this opportunity came available to me after 20 years of just wearing multiple hats and not doing what drove me into the work, into the field that this really gave me this really excited me, this opportunity. And so I'm looking forward to using a new skill set, path, following sort of like a dream of mine, following my passion. In the 20 years that I have in local government, I have written many grants and, and I've worked with businesses, but it wasn't my, key part of my job. So I've worked in, with HR, roads and finance. So this would be, just do economic development. And I think, this council has a lot to offer, so we just have to, polish it up a little bit. And so,
It's great.
And so you guys are losing your office for a bit, because I have no place to put him other than in your office, so. You guys aren't really using the office for anything anyway, so we're gonna kind of put him in there until I figure out where I'm gonna plunk him down on a permanent basis, but.
I look forward to like meeting all of you individually and talking with you.
Welcome.
Thank you. And meeting with the small businesses and things, hearing what you have to say about the town, what we can do, to make it better.
Great, well, I look forward to working with you. You and I have had some long conversations already, so. A lot of work to do. One other thing I would just like to point out to everyone, now that we've had the streetlights converted and we've had a full quarter to look at, first quarter of last year, we spent $10,558 on streetlights. In the first quarter of this year, we spent $3,157. So we're already seeing some instant savings
That cut by a third?
from doing that. And we didn't use any town funds to do it, we did it with ARPA funds, and so it really is just an instant savings to the town. So
So,
I just wanted to point that out.
Terry asked, was that like 1/3 savings? 1/3?
Yeah. Yeah,
There you go.
pretty close anyways. Yeah, we're around it. Yeah.
2/3 savings.
And if you guys hadn't noticed, on the police department's Facebook page today, Officer Barnes is celebrating his 5th anniversary with the Wiscasset Police Department, so if you see him, say thank you.
Are there cakes and party hats?
That's,
Working on it.
that's,
It's a little hard over there some days.
that's the police department thing, and today was actually Robin's 1-year anniversary of working for the town as well, so. That's all I have. Do you have a few minutes to go over an engineering thing with me sometime in the next few days?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to go over that basin station and brownfields thing, if the rest of the board doesn't mind, I'd like James just for his expertise to look at it with me.
I think a little free consulting is always a good thing.
Is that what it is?
That's why you went on the board.
And that's all I have to add, other than what I already submitted.
Any questions? All right, any other board business before we go into executive session? Do we expect to take a vote?
We do.
We do expect to take a vote. All right,
We have a couple of minute recess before we do. I need to get Aaron something real quick.
Yeah.
And I'd actually like to meet these gentlemen before they leave. If you don't mind. 2
Yeah.
minutes?
I move we enter recess.
do we really have to do that?
Second.
I am.
Get home ASAP. Get a white van driving down my house.
Oh, yeah.
White van walking across my yard.
Charlotte, we can email you when we email Jackie with the motion.
Which is a Victoria.
I know.
History and, famous, Wisconsin. So, we have that, we also have the local history. So, that you do need to get an appointment to go into, because we'll allow either one person or a small group of people who are together. Come on in and we'll give you a library card. Yeah, you're done. Absolutely.
Maybe walks out in a rush. And this is when it's driving a white station.
Yeah, I think I'll probably have a rule.
Minutes ago.
Thanks.
to see you, Michael.
Good to see you.
One of the shops down the road. Glad you're here.
What's the name of your shop?
It's called Village Inn.
You gotta go down there and see
Oh,
it.
craft food shop.
Yeah, sometime.
Yeah. Glad you're here.
Really cool stuff.
Thanks, John.
So, we're open Tuesday through Saturday, and every day we can open it at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
So, and Wednesdays are late, they will open till 7. So, but just if you wanna go up in the archives, just give us a call and we'll set an appointment for you, so the room's available
All right, thank you.
when you show up, and, just anytime you wanna come down and get a card, pop on down.
Okay, you're there all the time.
No, I'm not.
Oh, all right, thanks.
No, I'm not.
All right, Aaron, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
I'll make sure they know you're coming.
Thanks. Aaron, James, nice to meet you. Good luck.
All right, Charlotte, I'm kicking you out. I'll call you afterwards, okay?
We do need a motion to enter.
Yep. So I move that we enter executive session for the discussion of a legal matter under pursuant to 1 MRSA subsection 4056E.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all those in favor? We are in as of 6:20.